And if you are considering a career break, I think this video would be helpful, or at the very least, you might enjoy tuning into it. I know I always enjoy listening to the perspective of somebody who is doing something that I'm considering doing. So hopefully you might enjoy this, might get some value out of it. So let me tell you a little bit about the job I left. So I was at CNN, the large media organization. I worked for them for 5.5 years. I was a front-end engineer, software engineer for 3.5 of those years, and then a back-end engineer for the last 2 years before I left. It was awesome. I got to work on the website. Super awesome job. Got to build stuff that millions of people use, and that was just a next level experience. I decided to leave without something lined up, and I just want to talk through kind of my thought process. And so I left because I felt a pull towards songwriting, a pull towards the arts. I left because I wanted to try, in addition to songwriting, one other creative pursuit, whether that's learning a new language, whether that's, right now I've been leaning towards creating YouTube videos, whether it's, I don't know, but those are the two I'm thinking about. Writing a blog, yeah, you name it. Trying a new sport and pursuing that. I want to do something like at least like 2 things that are creative and just go full throttle into them. And I always felt like with a full-time job, at CNN, I worked pretty aggressively. It wasn't quite a 40-hour work week for me. It was definitely more than that, which I'm happy about because I grew tremendously. But there's always time for usually exercise or one creative pursuit, and it was always a little bit less time than I would have liked to put into it. So just carving this time out to be able to more aggressively pursue creative pursuits is something that was very, very appealing to me. And the last is that I just want to do a little bit of extended travel with my wife. I have had the opportunity to go to a lot of cool places while working full time, and I think you can do that. But I just kind of wanted this opportunity to go travel and stay in a hostel and do a one-way ticket somewhere and just explore and kind of see where the wind takes me a little bit, where the wind takes us a bit. So those are reasons. There are definitely things I miss about leaving. It's been a couple weeks now since I've taken that plunge, about 3 weeks now. I miss being on a team, specifically my team. Like, there was just some of the coolest people to work with. I mean, they weren't just good engineers, but they were also just really interesting people. I remember I had a coworker who, she was really good at drawing. She was also really into crocheting. She's just like very into, really good developer, but had like these other kind of like knits and crafts that she worked on outside of work. There was another coworker I remember who was really into martial arts. Another coworker who was super into chess outside of work. I had another coworker who would just live for part of the year in a van in Alaska, and so on and so on. I could keep listing, and they're just really cool people. I loved spending time with them, and so I really miss my coworkers for sure. I miss that. I miss building stuff that a lot of people use. I miss the cash flow. Obviously, steady cash flow is nice to have. I've always lived with roommates. I drive a Honda Civic that's paid off, so my expenses are low enough where I'm not financially stressed yet, at least. But I do miss having a cash flow coming in. And the last thing I miss is software engineering growth. There were a couple people who I can think of at CNN who they were really, really, really skilled engineers, and it was so cool because when I would run into an issue, I would be working on something and I would run into an issue, and I just had somebody who I could use as a rubber duck. I could bounce ideas off of them. I could talk to them, talk through what I tried and what I'm trying to do, and they would just bring this fresh perspective of ideas to whatever ticket I was working on, and that was super, super nice. That really accelerated my growth quite a bit as an engineer. So I miss that. Like, another creative pursuit I'm thinking about is trying to build something, because I do miss coding already. So trying to build an app or a website or something like that. So that's another thing I think about. But I liked coding on a team, right? I liked programming as a team sport, as being able to pair program with somebody if they're running into something, and get help if I need some help. And so that's those are things I definitely miss, but I'm super pumped about like just this creative break, to just see where, to just choose a couple things that I've felt a gravitation towards, and just go as much time as possible. I like around the clock time, obsessively working on things. Right now, I've been putting a lot of time into songwriting, and I can't wait to release more songs. And then I'm also like kind of trying to find this sidecar. I think it's going to be YouTube, because I do believe that YouTube is going to help me articulate my ideas better, because that's something I've always had a little bit of trouble with, is just being able to speak. In the past, I've had trouble being able to speak clearly and to explain concepts that are inside my head in a succinct way. So I think that this YouTube is probably gonna be the sidecar that I'm looking for. But I don't know, building an app, learning a language, those are all really cool ones too. So I'm very curious right now. I'm doing a lot of journaling right now and trying to find my sidecar, but I'm leaning towards YouTube. And anyway, with that, have you ever considered a career break? I'd love to hear about it. If you've ever taken one and you have some advice for me as I embark on this new step, please let me know in the comments. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I will see you on the next video.
Pretty face and pretty face in a white tee, dark hair, dark eyes, wake up and inside see your aroma as we talk on the sofa, clean and fresh as a pine tree. Start with mocha on a couple coasters, end up brushing wine-stained teeth, surrounded by some posters and a globe we spin, finding new places to go see. And it's you.